There was a report today, it was this morning by the Wall Street Journal, and Fox News' Bill Malugin just confirmed it, saying that Trump had a face-to-face meeting at Mar-a-Lago yesterday with Ron DeSantis. I don't know that it was specifically about this, but that allegedly in that face-to-face meeting, they did discuss the possibility of subbing him in for this position, depending on how things go for you. What do you think of that possibility?
Listen, it's all the president's choice. I spoke to the president this morning. He said I'm his guy. And I'm not going to give any other information from my conversations with the president. I believe that what he shares with me needs to stay in confidence. But things were addressed, and he said, "You're my guy."
Mm-hmm. Also saying that you're my guy was your mom on Fox and Friends. Poor Penelope.
Oh, bless her soul.
Can you believe the New York Times published that email?
Oh, yes, because it's the New York Times.
It was so mean.
So mean. By the way,
do you want to say anything about the mean email that your mom sent you and then the meanness of the New York Times in publishing it?
So first of all, multiple outlets, to their little bit of credit, had received that email before. And my mom spoke to them, to those reporters. And to their little bit of credit, they didn't run it.
Wow.
So I don't even want to name them because they don't deserve any credit. But of course, the failing New York Times, the trash bin that it is, was willing to, even after my mother spoke to the reporter, and it was clear that she immediately took it back. Not just now, immediately took it back. They published it. Listen, I feel for my mom. I was going through a divorce. The issue was over child custody. I wanted more. I've got these 3 amazing boys who I want all the time with I can have in the world. And so if I'm guilty of wanting more time with them, that's true. And it was, ask anybody who's been through that, and it can be emotional. And the days that followed, we worked our way through it, and she walked it all back and said it was emotional. But you expect that those communications are going to be private. It was private. You'd hope a place like that, like the New York Times, would make it about Pete Hegseth, not Penelope Hegseth. Mm-hmm. But again, it's all the anatomy of a smear. Trash, 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 trash. Even his mom doesn't like him. Right. Even his mom thinks he's horrible.
Didn't CBS put a mic in your face today or yesterday saying, "What would you like to say about your mom?" You said, "I love her."
I love my mom. And it's also a scenario where it's not as if, it's a good news story, right? It's about family and family repair.
I would do the same thing to my son. If you were involved in a contentious divorce where I didn't like the way he was handling it, I would send a harshly worded email to try to shore his behavior up. Mm-hmm. And it does seem like over time, Pete, you did kind of hear her. I mean, that you did wind up changing.
I think I saw you right. Yeah, she's a good mom.
She's a good mom.
She is a good mom. She always has been, and she's been wonderful to me and to Jen and to our family. But it's a great news story of redemption, of family healing, and it didn't happen over a long period of time. It happened real quick. We're very close. She spends weeks at a time at our house with her grandkids. They're with us for a month over the summer. Her and my wife are dear friends. I love her to death. She knows it. She wouldn't. And when I called her and said, "Mom, will you go on Fox and Friends?" It wasn't a hesitation. She was like, "I would be honored to have the ability to talk about you." So I actually haven't seen the whole interview yet as of this recording, but from what I've heard from people, Mom did a great job. So thank you, Mom.
I think you're going to be very proud, and I'm sure she's very proud of you. Thank you for sitting with me, Pete. It's great to see you. Did you know that American homeowners nationwide have over $32 trillion in equity? And cyber criminals are targeting it with a growing scam the FBI calls house stealing. House alarms, doorbell cameras, and deadbolts will not work against these thieves because they're not after your stuff, they're after your equity. If your title is not being monitored, scammers can transfer it into their name and then take out loans against it or even sell it behind your back. The best way to protect your equity is with triple lock protection from Home Title Lock. Triple lock protection is 24/7 monitoring, and God forbid, if the worst happens, restoration services at no out-of-pocket cost to you. When was the last time you checked on your home title? Likely never. And that's exactly what these scammers are counting on. Make sure you're not already a victim. You can get a free title history report and a 30-day free trial of triple lock protection today by going to HometitleLock.com and using promo code Megyn, or click on the link in the description. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code MEGYN, HometitleLock.com. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.